Hello everyone, welcome to another leak slash video. Today I'm gonna give a run to this green white reclaimer deck. Yeah, it's not scales, but yeah, just kind of I play what I want. But other than that, I think it's my reason to playing this kind of decks is I always try to find decks that are not the same kind of deck, so they play similar. Like they are kind of toolboxy. I always enjoy toolboxy decks that have like things I can pull from their deck depending on what is needed. But for example, this deck actually is cool because it has a combination of a land toolbox and a creature toolbox with a land skull. And so I really like this deck, and it's not something I played recently at all. Like a lot of the things I'm playing is creature combos or harness scales stuff like this. So I really enjoy from time to time just giving a run for the good old Titan. And I used to play a lot of Titan. I was my second deck after the banned Max Opal. I was a bit down on scales. I was not able to make it work that well, so I picked up the Titan Shift because it was kind of a cheap deck. Then I played it for like 30 games and kind of like all the games were the same. So I decided to stop playing it. And that's when I started making the Yawgmoth deck. And before I even finished that, they released the Ozolith, so I was able to pick up skills back again, right? So anyway, I'm not gonna give you all the details. You can go to Fabrice Matchups YouTube if you wanna see like a more of a deck, but the main idea here is to use Elvis Reclaimer. It's a hell of a card, by the way. Inflections of Choker to ramp and get access to a toolbox of lands that you can utilize to cast, most importantly, Primeval Titan when nature calls run. But also Dryad of the Legion Glove, and we have here a variety of one-offs that can be found without Ambush Call, like Night of Autumn, Talos Tracker, Spleen Bloom, Druid, which is amazing with Flagstones. Basically, this card means that you ramp twice in one card, and it's a cool card. It's a common. It's cool to see commons do well because if you look around, most of what we have here is rares, and you know the only non-commons maybe, but that's it. Oh, Sakura is also a common. Two Sky Operation in the main deck. This card is just so great. You know, it just deals with every problem permanent that you can deal with, you can ever face. You know, and I'm gonna have a media for the combo deck. So you're gonna have a toolbox in the main deck and a toolbox on the sideboard because you have another Talos Tracker, we have Kadok Teak, we have Collector Roof, we have Avon Min Sensor, we have Eidolon Rhetoric, and it's the same. And it's cool, you know, when you play these different decks because in my mono white deck, as I was saying before, I will cut one Archon of Emilia for one Eidolon because they're just good in different matchups, right? So why have them all together? 3 boils for the island decks, basically Europe Isles. One Tectonic Edge also for the same decks, also for Tron and all that. And if you get Tectonic Edge and Ramanov Excavator, pretty much GG. One generous gift, and the reason you're playing this instead of Beast Within is that this is not gustable, so it's really nice. Yeah. And then for Celestial Purges that answer both Ashok, they also answer basically all these shadow decks. So yeah, let's see, let's give it a try. I have not played this deck at all, so I hope this is the one. You can tell I downloaded it. I just went for one with a mono white deck. I was so close to the 5-0. It was so close. And I think that deck is great. Like, I think if with a bit more fine-tuning, we could get that deck to be absolutely awesome. I mean, it is awesome already, but like, more awesome. We're playing against underscore Phoenix underscore, and we have a hand that looks like they're playing the Lurus deck, so I'm guessing this hand is fine. We have a ton of removal. We have 4 lands, so eventually we'll get to the good old. We will get to the Titan mana. Yeah, whatever. So let's see. You know, if they thoughts is us, we don't really care. I'm seeing this, it makes me think, oh, interesting. That's an interesting start if I've ever seen one. See what they saw that they drew, so it's important. Okay, so they saw the Titan. So I'm guessing I could play Plains now, Scatter Grove next turn, tapped, and then play, yeah, that's a plan. So, and then play Apparition the turn after, right? So we just go like this. Yeah, the Escape Shift decks were really fun for a while until they weren't that fun, you know. Like I really enjoyed it. I played it a bunch, but eventually, you know, it just gets boring. I think if they play a Moma Courier, I'm totally okay. Is that light of the stage? Do they play light of the stage this deck? I mean, I guess the decks are people still trying to figure out what it. They wanted to play a Scourge of the Skyclaves. Great, we're gonna just path it. We're pathing it now because I want to use my mana. And it could have been that we drew a... I'm just gonna play this tapped, that we drew a Alhambris call, and then we could have used it in the end of the turn. So they draw a card. I mean, getting them an extra line is bad, but it's not like the end of the world, honestly. We just want to ram to Titan eventually, and we have a lot of ways to answer it. So they play another Scourge of the Skyclaves, and because we're not gonna do anything next turn with our I'm gonna save the path and just play the apparition. Ooh, it is good. But I mean, if I had not saved the path, I could have played the Riot, but I guess it happens sometimes. But anyway, we just play the Skyclave apparition, kill this. And the good thing is that we exile it, so they cannot get it back with Lurus or anything like that. If they kill it, they get a 2-2. Not the end of the world. Next time we can play Dryad, hold on path, and then Titan the turn after. 2 cards in hand for opponent. Ooh, that's valid. That's really good. So Dryad. I guess I'll play Castle on Valakut. And then this way next turn I got Cast Titan and do a bunch of stuff. So this stuff's for white thanks to Dryad, so we are in good shape in that sense. 2 cards in hand for opponent. I'm not gonna block this. I don't think there is a way. Maybe they have. No, there's no way they can kill us. I don't want to make the Dryad be sensitive, let's say, to Lures in hand. Shadow. I mean, we just killed them, right? So it's not much. They just concede because they know about the Titan, right? So we play the Titan, final Valakut, final Vesub, and just cool. So the hand was fine, and that's one of the advantages of playing against Lurus in these days, that you can actually predict them. So let's cut first the one-offs that are not making a lot of sense. I think Icon of Emeria doesn't make a lot of sense. I think this card also doesn't make a lot of sense, and maybe basically the grindy cards just don't make a ton of sense. So we would like to have the Celestial Purges in. No, Galactic is absolutely awful. I don't know if this is what Fabulous has been doing, but it seems alright, right? I mean, Generous Gift sounds kind of bad. Oof is bad. Spring Bloom Druid seems kind of bad. Ramona, same. This, that. Maybe, I don't know, Rhetoric could be a card that we could bring in. It slows down a lot their cards. Not sure though. Tireless Tracker. It just seems that this is not the kind of matchup that Tireless Tracker does something. Oh, we could actually get rid of like a Crown of Souls. Crown of Souls doesn't do anything, and still, actually, instead of Crown of Souls, I think we could cut the Sacred Foundry. I think that's what people were doing, so we don't take the damage from it. And we leave the Crown of Souls because eventually you can even just tap for green if needed. Let's go like this. Now, all we're playing against is this Shadow deck, so if you want to play the mono white deck, I think I would recommend it, because I think if I had not messed up the last game, I would have been a 5. I think I played versus 2 humans and 1 humans, 3 shadows, and 1 red prowess. So, that is the decks to beat right now in Modern, so you gotta be prepared. And that's why I have 4 Celestial Purges. So the goal here is pretty much similar plan, just exile their stuff with Path and Celestial Purge and Skyclave Apparition. Have 10 removal spells, and eventually settle, finish the game with a... Ooh, this is actually really good. I don't know if it's better to play Arboreal Grazer turn 1. I'm guessing it is. I mean, this hand is good. I'm guessing it's worth playing Arboreal Grazer turn 1 and even bouncing the land, bouncing the forest. But anyway, this hand is great. So they check themselves, I guess, yeah. That's kind of strange, because is there a world where you don't... Putting on the draw makes it slightly worse. I don't know if Elvis Reclaimer is actually that good. Anyway, we're gonna play Arboreal Grazer, and we're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna play Celestial Sanctuary. Bring back the forest and pass the turn. So next turn we can actually Celestial Porch plus Reclaimer. I'm probably gonna block anyway. Don't want to go down in life. Or I could also Sky Collaborate. I mean, then they bolt us, I guess, yeah, but I mean, we save 3 damage. They bolt themselves. A very interesting play. They play a Shadow. Okay. That's really Fountain. That's interesting. Could play Dryad and play a land. That's not so good. I think we can play Dryad next turn. But what we can do is play Reclaimer, hold on Celestial Porch. Yep. If they bold the Reclaimer, sure thing. There was no way we could have made it a 3-4 now. Then they will attack us and we will kill these with the Celestial Porch. Again, getting rid of this because it's kind of the strongest card. So we take 2. Then they play another Shadow, very important. So we can now search for the planes, exile this. Kind of not a great play because they get Lurus in hand. Also, the alternative is of course finding a Titan eventually. I think I like the play of exiling the Shadow, honestly. Just gonna look for planes. So exile the Shadow, pass the turn. Next turn we can play Dryad and still ramp. Pretty crazy. And yeah, after that, any Titan will do it. I think I'm gonna take the damage. I mean, if I block and they don't, actually I'm gonna block. This way actually prevents them having Lurus in hand. Okay. We actually saved a lot of damage there. Shock, and then they get Lurus in hand. Why? They forgot to get Lurus in hand? I don't know. So we will just... This is not a good way to, I think. So play the Radiant Fountain, say oh yield. Play Dryad, play Flagstones. Now we're in the Titan waiting room, basically. One hunting. Okay, they drew this stuff. That means they cannot attack. Oh, them not putting Lures in hand, right? Oh, we actually can Ghost Quarter the Flagstones for some value, I guess. Oh, this is so good. So, green, white, white, Knight of Autumn. We gain for life, we kill this guy. There you go. And then we can play, we can just save the Ghost Quarter, right? There's no reason to play it right now. What could we look for? Nah, this just doesn't make sense. So we just pass. I mean, they're at 4, but they're at 5. But I just think we're not in a rush. I mean, we are in a rush in the sense that, okay, the Moment Courier doesn't really do anything. Still wonder why they're not getting Lures in their hand. Oh, they are now. Idol of Rhetoric, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I'm guessing I could just play the Idol of Rhetoric, make it so they cannot cast a Mishra's Bubble. Eventually, I will draw a Titan or a Valakut or an Elves Reclaimer or something like this. They drew a land, so they get Lurus in play, yeah. But they cannot cast anything else. That's another Dryad, so whatever, we'll play it. We're just waiting. I mean, the reason I'm saving the land here is because I just want the... Now they can start drawing one card a turn, or they can bring back the Skyclave. I know they cannot really bring back the Skyclave because we're at 22. So, yeah. We can easily block anything because they again can only cast one card. Oh, look. Jesus. Another Dryad. I mean, we're just gonna play it, I guess. And I mean, we have a million land drops. So we just pass the turn. Eventually, we'll draw either a Valakut or a Titan, and then that will be it. But the Eidolon kind of keeps them down on how many cards they can play. And if we draw a call, then we can just call for they draw a card, extra card a turn, right? So if we draw a call, we'll call on their turn, and then we cast it our turn. And that should be it. Second Flagstones is not it. I don't even know if I want to play it. I don't think there is a reason to play it at all. We have a lot of land drops, so yeah, I mean, they're drawing cards, that's for sure, and eventually they will be able to kill this Eidolon Rhetoric. There you go. But, yeah. I mean, we have turn 10. We've been like this for like 5 turns, trying to just hope to draw any payoff, I guess. That's kind of the beauty with Titan deck. So now they can actually go pretty crazy on us. Probably just gonna throw the Knight of Autumn under the boss. But yeah, we're one Valakut away. We are one. Nice thoughts, his mate. Literally, we are one Valakut away from winning. They really thought we had some kind of removal. Eh? And if we had some kind of removal, I could have killed Lurus. Knight of Autumn, good card. Another Bombat Courier. But we can block the Bombat Couriers with the Dryads. Autumn doesn't much right now. And if we lose this game, it's gonna be incredible. I guess they just bolt the Dryad, bolt us. And now they sacrifice the Vomat Courier. Draw a card. Makes sense. Come on, baby. We have a lot of good draws here. 3 Dryads in play. Then I'm just gonna exile this, right? So to deal with it anymore. How's it turn? Well, as I said, eventually we have 8 draws. I mean, 8. We have 42 cards in the deck. Like, we have only 42 cards left in the deck, and we still have a lot of. Okay, that's a problem. That is a problem, my friend. Do we do the same thing? Yeah. I just do it right away. Not even need to block. Come on, baby, give me a Titan. Alright, this is not even bad. This is actually not a bad draw. Damn, son. So I'm just gonna wait until their turn, of course. Actually, could I kill them right there? Yeah, I could actually kill them. Shit. I could have... Nah, if they had removal, I couldn't. But yeah. I could have just killed both and attack, right? Whatever. Yeah, so... Nice, here it was. So yeah, I could have just played the Vlad zone, killed these 2 guys, and attacked for the win. Anyway, we won. What an interesting game. Like, I was thinking that we would be for sure getting either Field of the Dead, Valakut, Aladambri's Call, or a Titan. I know I got 1 Titan, but yeah. That deck is all over the place right now. It's just crazy. I think it was a bit better on the It was better than the monks because I was not expecting. First, people were preparing for the Belcher decks, which that did not happen. Like I didn't play against it, and a lot of people away. Like I watched, like their results and stuff. A lot of people didn't play against the Belcher deck or the Ops All Spells deck. So most likely how to say, most likely people were slightly unprepared for Shadow, like because they were hedging against that deck. Like I myself had Relic Opportunities in the sideboard in my Helio deck. When I could have I had already 4 Auric Champions, but I could have had even more stuff if I knew. Like 4 Path to Exiles if I was against this. Then also the people didn't know like the Bodmer Courier version existed. So as again, they didn't think they would be so powerful then. So then they were like not so ready as we were. And this literally is a Fabucious list. I'm like not even change a card, man. Like, yeah, whatever. No Titan expert here. We on the play, opponent has most likely a Lurrus to present us. Like it seems to be like the only thing you play against these days. I don't know. It's interesting though. Like the people are like, I mean, if I was a metagamer or like a grinder, I would probably play the deck that beats the top deck. Not the, let's say, best deck, which is not the best deck. It's the best deck on the last tournaments you saw. But even you saw on the Modern Challenge just the next day. They have a Lurus. Okay, this is a keep. Like Modern Challenge of the like basically literally the day after. Oh, this was low. May I need to restart model. I'm gonna get a Forest because we're playing against I'm gonna put the Windsix head because yeah. Whatever. So Grazer turn 1 is great against these Lurus decks. And in zone we're playing against is insane, yeah. It's a bit like ugh. The Suba can copy whatever. They'll shock, maybe even Baldies. I mean, sometimes they're crazy people. I mean, if they have double Vicious Bubble to trigger this, good for them. Oh my god. I'm gonna block because that prevents the Skyclave Evaporation from coming down. I mean, it's bad, but whatever. So, I can... if I had Temple Garden, then I could have played Path, and I didn't, right? So, play with Suba, copy this. Or just play Castle, Path, and pass. What could we look for that is a good card to find? I could also like search for Temple Garden. Oh, Shock for Temple Garden seems so bad. Play the Suba, copy the Temple Garden. Ugh. What could we look for that is a decent card in the matchup? Like maximally a Dryad. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna play the Castle Garden break. Pass the turn. Pass the turn, and then Light is getting to my. Well, I just path the Swiss Spear, to be honest. They're checking us. It doesn't matter because we have a fetch land. Now this is a real game. You would check him like. It's just, I mean, they don't care. This is one of the other cards. You got it. Of course, maybe blocking by the Grazer was a bad idea because now we're at 19 anyway, so they can actually play the Scourge. But then we could actually call for. Okay, so sadly they will get the Alhambris call with this, but. I guess I can play the Suba, copy Plains if I want to. And then we're 1 line away. Actually, I could probably copy a Forest, so we are 1 line away from casting the Titan. Hex Parasite of all the cards. So I am going to play the Suba, copy the forest because it's the only green source we have. And we need 2 green sources. That means that any untapped land next turn means a Titan. Wow. So this is basically to buff shadows, which is very interesting. Also, if they play a Thought Seize on us, I can probably will not even do anything there. They hit by 1, strong. So they get themselves low so they can play a shadow. Yeah. Okay, so I will call for something. So what? Okay, let's say if we draw a line, we play a Titan. If we don't draw a line, then we would like to maybe have either a Ramon up. We don't have double white for the Skyclave. Maybe it's a bit my own misplay. We would get a Ramon up and replay a land. That would be a thing. We could get Night of Autumn, game for life. That would prevent us from dying. And what else? We could get Spring Bloom Druid. This kind of I kind of like the Ramon up idea. Yeah. And let's see what we draw. Maybe we draw a line, you know. There you go. So we say yes, we do. I think if you do it like this, it's faster. So one, two, three, four, five. So we don't have 2 different lands, sadly. I'm guessing I could get myself Field of the Dead and a Bojukavok to get rid of their. I could also get a Blazon, but Blazon doesn't do it. Yeah, or Radiant Fountain, Bojukavok. Then we don't have field, so if they kill this, it's kind of bad. Can they kill this actually? Double bolt maybe. Bojukavok is good because they kind of lure us after that, or they can not lure us as easily. And then Radiant Fountain maybe keeps us alive, so not really sure if this is the best way. Bojuka you. Always yields. We couldn't get Field of the Dead because we don't have sound lands names. And pass it. So we can make this shadow very big with a Hex Parasite, and that's a bit the problem. We maybe are almost forced to block. Okay, Thoughts is us, we go on to 9, they get their Ramon up, but I mean. So you didn't have the more Battle Rage. We're not like they can get themselves down to we can pay 4 times, so they can make a 12-12. Then Bolt will kill us. Or Bolt grow I don't think we can block necessarily. We can block this guy, that's for sure. Because this guy, they can grow it, and then we'll kill a Titan, and it's gonna be pretty sad because they have a Lurus. So we need to have exactly Temor Battle Rage plus another thing to kill us here. Actually, Temor Battle Rage kill us because they can just, if they have it, you know. Like sometimes. Sometimes they will have it, and that's just what it is. Of course, Hex Fireside really cool here. They will make it. As I said, if they have a Temor Battle Rage, we're dead. I mean, we're dead anyway. We blocked it too. It's maybe we're not that dead if we blocked it, but yeah, we lost a Titan, and then I don't know what we would draw. But anyway, we lost that one. Yeah, I don't seem good. So cards are not too good. This. Grazer was good, and I was cutting Sacred Foundry, even though it was good in this game, of course, because we drew it. And Archon of the Media, just because that's too. Yeah, that's what I did last game. Seemed pretty good. Yeah, I mean, this deck sometimes they will. I mean, the Hex Parasite, I like it as an idea. If they didn't have Temor Valor Rage, we win here. So it was they play two, so it was a matter of like, okay, if they have it, they have it, and if they don't have it, we win. Which I think is a fair, you know, like fair gamble. You don't want to be, you know, if we block the shadow, we die anyway. So if we block the shadow, they can make the shadow 7/7, and we lose the Titan. So if we had not had Vesuva, but we had another land, then we could have played Field of the Dead and Radiant Fountain and get ourselves at least 2 zombies, right? So maybe that would have been enough to survive. But it's okay. I mean, they have it sometimes. We didn't draw pad. We only drew one pad. Okay, this hand is alright. I think it's not great, but I mean, we have path. Okay, this hand will develop, I think. So I'm gonna start with Flagstones most likely. You know, I just want to path whatever they play. No Fetland means that we don't get the Skyclave turn 2 here. So I'll just start with Flagstones. I mean, we haven't drawn Reclaimer yet in any of the matchups, which is kind of sad. That's kind of the point of playing the deck. So if they have a discard spell, of course it sucks, but maybe we'll just cycle the Scatter Groves. Groves? I don't know. If they play a Bomba Courier, I'm gonna... okay, so they just have this. Okay, they will discard the Path to Exile. I mean, it's okay. It happens. Yeah. This is a good draw. That means that we probably want to play this in fact tapped and play this next turn. We could also Vesuva copy Flagstones, but it's kind of a bad use of it. So let's see, we're still at 20, so they cannot really Skyclave. We also got a Splinbloom draw, Druid, and maybe that's just be better to have it. Just to be able, like, for example, here we'll be able to like cast Titan the turn after. So they'll hit us for 1 at least, if not more. I kind of like that. So I can play the Skyclave, and then next turn Celestial Purge. Yeah. So let's do that. Celestial Purge, whatever they want to play. So here's Aldis. I mean, I like it because this is a 1. If they play a Scourge of the Skyclaves next turn, they may. Then it's a 2, right? So they get 2 from the... Okay, and they didn't have removal at least immediately. They shock. Huh. So they play Shadow. Hopefully not a lot of Shadows. No, not a lot of Shadows. That's nice. So we can Forest. We can Celestial Purge this, of course. Do I want to attack them now? I don't think so. I don't really want to grow their shadows yet. We can Celestial Purge, play Elvis Reclaimer. Do I want to play the Vesuva tap, copy Sacred Fountain, for example? And then if we draw exactly Castle Gardenbrick, we can cast this. And if we don't, we can cast it the turn after. Doesn't look so good. Just gonna play the Reclaimer and the Forest and pass it on. We have the Celestial Purge here that can eat the shadow, so... And if we end up with a Reclaimer, we can do some stuff. Like look for Bojuka Walk, we can look for another Flagstones, we can look for Blazon, we can look for Radiant Fountain if they play a Scourge of the Skyclave. They didn't remove it. Interesting. So actually... Okay. I mean, we can actually maybe wait until they take a lot of damage. They have mana for Temor Valor Rage. Let's see if they attack. I'm not gonna block. Like, I like my dudes too much, and then let's see how much life they're willing to lose. But I need to choose a target. And of course, we draw castle, we have Primeval Titan. Oh, they're going deep. Or a Dryad and we win, basically, with Dryad and Reclaimer. When we get priority, I'm gonna exile it. This card is strong, yeah? Imagine we didn't have the Celestial Purge here, we probably would be dead. Imagine the more Battle Rage here. Imagine, watchers of the stream. Okay, so they decided that that was enough life to be losing. So I am going to exile the battle here. Maybe they have the maybe they have the thing that gives them protection. Yeah, Hostile Blessing. But they cannot have they cannot have they take 9. They cannot have the mobile rage. And they're at 4. Riot wins the game. That's brutal. Sure. Blackstones or Vesuva? If we play Flagstone, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines next turn, right? So that's not so good. So we play Vesuva and we copy Sacred Foundry. Okay. No. And yeah, we pass the turn, babies. And we just need to block this guy. Hopefully we don't die. If they have Bolt, we're dead. Sometimes, I mean, this deck is strong, man, and we're a bit light on. I'm definitely gonna block. Do we attack and then? Dead. I should have blocked last turn. Alright. I'll be back. Alright, welcome to round 3. We just got beaten pretty badly by the Shadow deck with the Hex Parasite. I think Hex Parasite looks like a good addition to the deck. Doesn't die to Celestial Purge and just grows shadows at will. It seemed we were a bit anemic versus them. Like, we had a lot of removal. I mean, as I said, this is not my list, so I don't really know. We had a lot of removal, but we just didn't have any mid-game. Like, we didn't have a way to breach from. Like in this kind of matchups, I guess you stop them, and then you need to kind of turn the corner, right? I mean, it looks like it took us too long to turn the corner. Maybe we should keep in either Stylus Tracker or Ramunabs or maybe Spring Bloom Druid just to ramp a bit harder. It seemed that we were a bit too, like we didn't have a way to breach from, like we have a lot of removal, but once that we run out of removal, if they don't run out of threats, we just kind of lose. Right? It happened the same in both games. Especially game 2, it just seemed like we have Titan here, and maybe it was the kind of hand I kept. Ooh, this hand would be so close if I had a green source. But we don't have that, so we gotta ship it up. And we say keep, and I think I'm gonna put this back because the least likely to be useful, I guess. And yeah. I don't even know if I wanna. Ooh, that's Merfolk? No, oh, that's Spirits. Spiritus! I don't even wanna. We're playing against an aggressive deck, so I'll try not to actually shock myself too much. Yeah, Forest, play Reclaimer. Now let's see if Reclaimer and Flagstones, if they survive. They're probably playing the called? Like the company version. That's strong, I'm not gonna lie. So we take 3. We're down to 16. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, we'll play this. We'll try to resolve a Dryad next turn and then try to resolve a Titan. Basically, that's my plan. So maybe just get a Radiant Fountain with this. We got 3 lands. Maybe we can get a Radiant Fountain with this. Okay, they could have a Spell Queller, which could be strong as hell. So no matter what we look for, we can Titan the turn afterwards because we'll have 3 mana, 4, 5. So it's just a matter of if we can resolve this Dryad. And we Flagstones, triggers, shields. Yes, and I will look for. We have Temple Garden, so I'm gonna look for Scatter Groves, which I think we should look for anyway most of the time. And then that's a question though. What do we want to do? We can get ourselves a Radiant Fountain, and then we still have green sources to cast. Because if we play Dryad next turn and it resolves, we could actually get another activation of Reclaimer going. I think if Dryad resolve, we win anyway, so. Blazon, no. Temple Garden, no. I think Radiant Fountain is the only card that we really fuck. Yeah, no. They don't play counter spells, right? They only play Spell Queller. Radiant Fountain keeps ourselves alive. They could do some quelling here. Did that. But basically that's my idea. Keep ourselves alive, cast a Titan, win it. So we're gonna. I don't think they play anything, so I'm just gonna go ahead, play the Dryad. Actually, maybe we could have made this a 3-4 if we had looked for a fetch land, maybe, but yeah, that's just not. That's a Queller. Yep, they have it. It looks like they always have it somehow. Doesn't it feel like this? They only play 4 Spell Quellers, but it feels like every time you do this exact situation, they will have a Spell Queller. So I'm guessing we can just play a Temple Garden tapped and pass the turn, and then next turn we take 5, 6. Maybe we're still alive. Rough, eh? I mean, it's not easy versus this game, this matchup. Maybe I should not have played the Dryad, who knows? Maybe not, should not have. But I'm thinking we should just play that. Maybe I should play the Tireless Tracker. You know, if they have collected company, that was a hell of a curve. Like Wanderer into Lord, into Spellqueller, into collected company. Okay, I mean, I'm guessing next turn we can call. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna do it, right? So. Maybe just that. That could very well be the case. But I guess. Could look for Balakut. Vesuva copy Radium Fountain. That just. And then next turn, Ladambri's Call. Get Dryad, play Dryad, attack with Titan. But if they have Path to Exile, for example, that's a terrible line. But if they have Path, they should Path now, right? So. Tough games. I guess we could get Field. Blazon just kills this, so it's not really worth. Field and Field and Vesuva doesn't work. Field and Blast. So what we have 2, 3, 6 damage here. So if they have any other spirit with flash, we're dead. If they have any other lord, we're dead. So we need to find Vesuva. And I think Balakut Vesuva is the only way to go about this. We play Vesuva. Copy Radiant Fountain. And we pass the turn. And we hope that next turn we can Lambri's Call for the Dryad. Again, mistake not to play. If they have the collected common here, which it really looks like they do, then we are in trouble. What a curve, man. This is like the dream team. Okay, this is another Lord. And another Mausoleum one. Another. Okay, we are just dead, boys. Okay, so they had the dream curve, and yeah, nothing we could have done. Like, really, we are like 0% to win this game, I think, no matter, especially on the draw. No matter what we play or draw. I don't believe we have a lot of cyber. Generous gifts can deal with some stuff, I guess. I think Archon is kind of. I mean, Archon flies all these. I guess he can block. Dagger seems kind of oof. But it doesn't seem that they have anything that we would rather kill, right? Yeah, none of these cards do anything. Maybe Tracker. Maybe Tracker is better than Bujukabok. Just to have something. But this doesn't look like the kind of deck that we are easily beating. What did I cut? A Bok. Yeah, I mean, I think this. Yeah, this deck is not built to beat spirits necessarily. It's more built to beat. Like basically to beat like the shadow decks, and we just lose to shadow. So at least this card can deal with the spirit, but this hand is just so slow, right? I mean, Lambri's Call and a Dryad. I mean, if they have a super fast hand, this hand is bad, but at least we have some interaction. I'll keep it, keep it for science. The mulliganing. I know it's good or bad. I would rather they keep a slow 7 than a than they mulligan to 6. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna play the tempo. Oops, that was a lot of speed. So I'll put the tempo card untapped, and we'll see. Okay, this is the best case scenario almost. Ooh, that's a reclaimer. Hello? Hello? Yeah, it was pretty brutal. They also found 2 lords of the collected common. I mean, there was absolutely nothing we could have done. So we can draw the reclaimer turn 1, but it's okay. We're just gonna play the Feel of That tapped and pass. That allows us to play Skyclave Aberration next turn if we wanted to. Or we can just eat a forest or something and Probably have a Bluetooth flag. Well, so if we get ourselves to have 3 mana, 4, 5 now. Yeah, so I think I could just play the forests. We have more forests and plains, so we can stack the forest to the reclaimer. Get maybe flagstones if we want to. Not attacking. And then the turn after we could flagstones and Alambri's Call. That's Rattle Chains. Sure, man. So we could actually, yeah, most likely wanna. Can I do both? No, I can't do both. Yeah, maybe I can do both. So that's probably the Squaler. Like, it looks like, I mean, this looks like a Queller, right, to me? So we're not gonna play into the Queller, of course. What we're gonna do is we're gonna play 2, like a forest, find flagstones, start ramping this way. Oh, it's a flashy boy. Okay, okay. I can get behind that. So we cannot really, we could allow this call for and play a Titan next turn, right? There's very little they can do to avoid that. We could Alhambris Call, not play a Riot. We could also Skyclave Apparition, eat this. We could call for a Reclaimer also. That seems kind of bad. I mean, if we eat this and then they kill it, they get a 3/3, and then we get a 1/1 or stuff. It's kind of useless, I guess. I could call for a Titan now and play Titan the turn after. That's probably the most powerful play I can make, right? So get praise Meeble Titan. And then we can just fetch for whatever Sacred Foundry, and then play Castle, and get hit by 4, not the Dream, and then they obviously have Collected Company. So I'm guessing I'm gonna get. Oh, see. The good thing is Titan cannot be. They could have like the Disdainful Stroke, but it looks like they have Collected Company. Now we drew 2 times this castle, and it's been amazing. Maybe we could play a second one, but. So we'll play the castle. We will just jam a Titan, and yeah. Hope that they tap out the next turn somehow. Maybe they get double Lord, maybe they can beat us, but at least this guy attacks on the floor. Oh, that's a Reclaimer. So we have this. I mean, if they have something to deal with the Titan, then power to them, man. Probably a Radiant Fountain, Valakut. So we can set up a. We could set up a. We take 2 damage, yeah. So they will actually get the guys who Collected Company. Maybe they have a Disdainful Stroke or something like this. That will be brutal. Then I could have looked for that. No. So yeah, the next turn we can call and play the Riot for sure. So yeah, this resolve, that's good. Maybe they have it, like, who knows. So we have field already. For sure one Radiant Fountain, and for sure one... Blazon doesn't do anything. I could get Celestial Sanctuary and bounce the Radiant Fountain back to my hand, but I mean, I could do that also next turn, right? Maybe just get a fetch land. Seems like the only thing that could matter here. Yeah. Always yield. Couple of zombies. At least we block this guy, right? And Radiant Fountain. They could have Path to Exile, but if they have Path to Exile, they don't collect the company, which I'm happy about. And then next turn we could actually, I think a Balakut, which is maybe a mistake. Probably should have gotten Balakut instead of this. That's a mistake, actually. Okay, these are not the most strongest collected company ever. But they actually... There's only one now. So yeah, I should have found Balakut. I don't know what I was thinking about. We don't have Forest, so we make a zombie. I should have looked for Balakut, man. Now we don't have Balakut for the riot. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can call for a item. I'm Balakut Besua. I could also Skyclave with one of these dudes. Could Skyclave eat one of these dudes? Around this call, I could actually play Elves Reclaimer. End step, call for Dryad. 4 plus 4, 8, 9. So I can play Reclaimer, actually play my hand out. 2, 3, 6, 7. So let's start by attacking, I guess. Yeah, I should obviously look for Balakut here, but yeah, sometimes you make choice. To attack with the Zombos. They block one. Interesting. So then... Oh. So actually, I'm really happy that we get to snack this with the Skyclave. So we will tap this one, and tap this one. Skyclave operation. Eat these dudes. Oh, that one also died. Sweet. It's true. So we will Reclaimer. We will play this, make a zombie. Call for... I could also get a Knight of Autumn against that. That's safer. If they have one Lord next turn, we take 3, 5, 8. Oof. I think that's too close for comfort. I think Knight of Autumn is actually a better play. So we fetch, we find snow covered plains. We play a Knight of Autumn. We gain 4 life. We pass a turn. So actually, have one guy in hand. We're at 13. We have a lot of zombies. If they have another collected common, you just concede. So that was the best play because that plays around a Lord. Like let's say Lord with Mausoleum Wonder would make this a 2/2, 3/3, 4/4. This actually it would have been lethal, so it was fine to do this. Nice, we beat him. Oof, tough man. Galactic stops collected company, which I think is actually pretty legit. And just think Tireless Tracker is like, if we get to, I mean, this is just too bad, I think. I think Tireless Tracker is too bad because it will just be a. I like Galactic actually. I didn't think about it, but Galactic stopping collected company could be really relevant. I mean, they had collected company every single game, right? Just natural will draw it again, of course. That's how math works. They are experts at drawing collected company. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna play this deck in the FNM, and I'm like, should I play this or should I play the. That's a path. I think this is an okay hand. Why do we have path? Makes it a kind of nice one. Especially if they don't go turn one drop. I would rather not play this. Like, okay, that's a. Of course, that's a 1-drop, but that's what it is. So play a Forest and draw a Claimer. Probably need to shock myself next turn unless I draw something very good. So what is an Hierarch? Cool. I mean, I'm not gonna path an Hierarch. Maybe they path a Reclaimer, who knows? Drawing Flagstones would be just ramping. This path is gonna be for a Lord as much as I can. Especially the Dromo, like Drom something captain, the captain dude. I think guys my clothes over there. It's smart. So they shock. Interesting. For green. Another novel hack. Okay, so they can collect the company next turn. Which is very, very strong. But at least these are not spirits, so it doesn't kill us. Okay, this is. I mean, I'm happy about this, so I don't actually have to. They could path us. Of course, that's not good, but. Please. Also have Mausoleum Wonder. Damn, man. I'm not gonna path this. Who cares? I mean, if they. I would rather try to find either a Flagstones or actually I'm gonna try to find a Balazon. Problem is, oof, another Noble Hierarch. Jesus. This will be a 4/4 Mausoleum Wonder. Should I shoot it? Should I try to path it or should I try to. They get Blazon now. We're still ones away. Okay. So yeah, I path it. They could have the Rattle Chains and block it, and that would be brutal. And it kind of stops our whole game plan. Okay, I need to take this, sadly. Because I need to sack this forest, find Flagstones. Hopefully they don't have a path. Alright, that's a good draw. So we can play this, the forest, untapped, path this dude. So if they tap the vial, I'm gonna path this guy. Cool. And then we can actually maybe get a Titan down next turn. They're playing. Actually, I get Blazon back. I mean, I'm gonna get Blazon. Jesus. Okay, so no attacks. No collect the common externalist. Yeah. So they may activate and play a. And tap. Yeah, and this time around I'm gonna path even if it doesn't succeed. So should I do it now before they draw? Don't collect the common, please. Maybe I should have done it actually. Oh, you just have a spell color. Good. Eat the path. We'll take 4 damage. But we can Blazon. Blazon will kill the vials and all the 1-drops, and yeah. Take 4 again. A lot of damage. 5 actually, because they gain +1. Then we should have done it last turn. I mean, nah, we have taken 1 more. Then I can, yeah. I can Blazon. I could also, if I drew a Dryad, I could play a Dryad. But they also can, no, they can't cast a Dryad actually. I don't have a Dryad in hand. And Titan probably is a bit too slow. So with the Flagstones of the Locator, we'll find Scattered Groves. And we'll find, I mean, it has to be Blazon. Blazon, tap, play Valakut tapped, good, next turn, play Titan. Or alternatively, we could draw a Dryad and just play it. Yeah, it has to be Blazon. I think it has to be Blazon at this point. I mean, unless, and now they could dial in a Phyrexian Revoker, and that would be insane, but they didn't, so we're happy. Okay, that's Path to Exile. That's really nice. We can path this guy. I think I'm gonna Blazon right now, so they don't get to. They don't get to. Okay, so I'm gonna Blazon right now. They may bring in something with the vial. Then all of these dies. Then we can path the Spell Queller and path the other. But yeah. So I think I'm just gonna Blazon right now. I just don't want to have mana for Collected Company. It also kills the Reclaimer, but has done its job, right? Cool. Oh, that's super good actually. So with Temple Garden, say yes. Path exile this guy. They look for a land. Then the other path will trigger target here. And because there's a Phantasmal Image, this will die before the path resolves. And they don't get the land. Super nice. Okay. So we have 9. Seems we're stabilizing here. We need Dryad would be a great draw. Steven is not a bad draw either. So I think I'm gonna use the Steven because we need the I don't want to shop basically. And I can Besuva Radiant Fountain basically. What are we missing? We are missing. We don't have normal forest. Ah, yeah, we sacked it. Sources. Cool. So I'm gonna play this. Play Titan here. That's a cool thing, right? This was cool. So I'm gonna get a Field of the Dead. Radiant Fountain, I'm guessing. Brilliant Fountain just to make sure that we don't die to any stupid collected companies finding a million lords. I mean, I don't think, and then I'm gonna play Vesuva, copy the Fountain. It's nice being conservative with this Fountain. So we will draw 2 more cards. I mean, we'll make another zombie, gain 2 more life. Pass the turn, so they could have Path, but again, they should path. So they have the Collected Company, so they drew it. That was the top deck. So 2 lords, as expected. And now, yeah. They draw. Wow, they're attacking. They're being aggressive. Maybe they found another collected one. Okay, this is nice. So I'm gonna play Lalambri's Call. It resolves immediately. Fine. They're just gonna see. We find a Dryad. We attack. Trigger finds Valakut. We just win the game. Cool. Nice. So we are 2-1. The first game was rough, but this Blazon man just killed like 5 cards, I think, so that was nice. But 2-1, I mean, it's kind of expected. As I said, I don't play this deck a lot, but when I do, it was a blast, you know, like, this is kind of cool. Like, we combined, like, the idea of a creature toolbox deck with a line toolbox, which is just a cool concept, you know. And Elves Reclaimer is such a card. Yeah, just being able to find a Blazon, man, like, and kill 5 creatures. Like, kill 4 creatures. Then we actually had a path for the other dude. We had a path for, I mean, that was actually as good as it gets, right? We got the Phantasmal Image copying the Spell Queller, and then we could path both. Still drew the Collected Company though, which was very scary. And they found 2 lords, which was also scary. But then with the Dryad, you know, basically what you do is you play Dryad, then you attack with Titan, you find Valakut and whatever you want. That triggers the Valakut 4 times, and then you play Fetch Land. That triggers it 2 more times, and that's just the opponent's dead. So, that was a good top deck, let's say. Lurus of the Dream Dance. We're playing against, we are on the draw against the Shadow deck, as always. This seems to be the only matchup we'll be playing. Reclaimer can be good. We have Valakut and Dryad here, so it's actually a good hand if we are able to find more lands. Especially if this Reclaimer sticks, which, you know, like sometimes. We also have a turn, like we could play Dryad into Titan with a Castle Garden, which I've been drawing a lot. Like, I only have 1, but worst stars by for them is like Boma Courier. Okay, they play Sorcerer's Mage, interesting. Maybe just prowess, not. Ooh. Do I want to just path this game? But I want to play a Reclaimer. Play a Reclaimer sounds good until they just bolt it, I guess. Pathing seems good because we get rid of a. But the problem with pathing is we take 2 damage from the Temple Garden. We could also not. That's not. We could all. Yeah, we could play the Reclaimer turn 2, I guess. Omar is not a good situation. All right, I'll play this and We could also find a place where we actually pattern on it, but I just need to pattern. So I think if we're able to pattern, it's better. So I think 2 points of damage is worth casting Reclaimer on turn 2. Interesting though. I love this deck, it's super cool. They shock again. That's a Monastery Swift Spear. Wow. That's a lot of power. Okay, so here is when playing, most likely they'll take the Dryad, right? So we can just find ourselves, we'll find ourselves a Temple Garden. Yes, path the Soul Skirmish, and pass the turn. They will take either the Dryad or the Reclaimer. I had to actually shock because not playing the Reclaimer next turn, not having the possibility of playing the Reclaimer next turn is kind of bad. Also, not the possibility of not casting Alandambri's Call. So they take the Primeval Titan. Okay. We're very far away from casting that, but hey. We have 1 land. Could we make it 3 lands? No. So we're just gonna play a Reclaimer. Play Valakut tap now that we can. And yeah, just keep holding on, I guess. That's 9. I'm guessing that will be a Shadow coming. Lotus in hand. The question is, do we wanna block? If we block it, I can't block it. Blocking no good here. Of course, I can bolt the Reclaimer right now. I think that was fine. They do have the Shadow, so we play Castle, play Field of the Dead tapped. Then we get to untap, we are gold. No, we need 1 more land. 1, 2, 3. So is there something we can do? So I'm just gonna play the Riot, you know. We feel the Dead tapped, and there was no way we could make the Reclaimer a 3/4. Probably gonna chump with the Reclaimer, sadly. If we draw land, then we will be able to win, actually, so. And we can maybe draw land because we have Tireless Trackers clues. But I kind of feel like if we don't chump, I need to chump. And I'm gonna block there. So if they bolt it, we just lose, right? So let's not do that. They also could have a Shadow Push. They could have Dismember. I mean, this is not a great situation to be in. But Titan off the top does a lot. I don't know if it wins, but it does a lot. Which actually made then it was good that they took the Titan. Maybe. Land of the top also does quite a lot. Kills the Monastery Swift Spear at least. They have Lurus in hand as well. So I just block there, you know, whatever. We threw it under the boss. Then the Death Shadow is hitting our little Reclaiming Elf. Because this guy is just an elf that comes back. I mean, I like it as a fighting elf, you know, it's not like an. That's Lurus of the Dream, then nothing to bring back. Ooh, Path to Exile. So I guess we just play the good old Tireless Tracker. There's 2 options here. We for sure play this, right? And we get the blue. Now is the reason, do we want to just tap this, draw, and see if we can draw land? Or do we want to see, do we want to hold on the path for this? Oof, choices, man. What is the best choice? So we have 31 lands in our deck. There's a decent chance we find a land. It becomes a 4-3. Lightning Bolt the Dragon. Okay. Man, this is actually decent for us. It didn't matter. Why would they draw? Oh. That is not a land. That is not a land. If we had drawn a land, I think we could have killed the Lurus and be in a very good shape. Kill Lurus and path the Death Shadow. But we're not. This Shadow could be a 7/7, so they have to more about Rage with Bell anyway. I cannot really block. I actually could block. Oops, that was a mistake. I should have blocked. Definitely should have blocked. Oops, that was a game losing mistake there. Maybe have the no, just take 4. Another Death Shadow. Oof. Come on, baby, give me that fat. We have a land, so we just need any land off the top wins the game. Any land. Alright, we can call for Ramunap. So that will be green, that will be white. Philadelphia Risk call. We could also call for Springbloom Druid. But calling for Ramunap is cooler, I guess. We can also call for Sakura Tribe Elder. Actually, for Ramunap. Ah, no, actually, we need to call for Sakura Tribe Elder, I think. So we green, white, Sakura Tribe Elder. They have this member for these, they have this member for these. So I'm gonna look for, doesn't matter. I like with you. Oh, you can see it, yes! Alright, you see guys here the power of the Alhambris call. So I said it, that we were a bit anemic last games. I mean, I think the Springbloom Druid is a bit too much. And the Archon seems a bit blah. And I got the Sacred Foundry, it looks like. The Sacred Foundry has white, so I mean, maybe it's not bad. Maybe the Cavern of Souls is just worst. The fact that it doesn't cast. And then, what did I cut before? I got a Titan. I could see a reason why, but I could see myself cutting still the Titan. Is the Tireless Tracker better than Titan? I think, yeah. I think it allows us to get into the Titan eventually. What about the Excavator? Okay, the Excavator, I think you can go. Excavator, it's better in a Grandier matchup. Wow. Actually, it paid off not to block with the Dryad, which is actually, you know, it's cool, I guess. It's cool. We have a lot of removal. We're on the draw. This is what you want. So we Flagstones. So let's just synchronize a bit here. So we'll path whatever they cast. No, probably. So we draw. I think going him. No Monastery's Whisperings on side, I guess. Shocks. We also have a. Wow, this is so bad. How are you so all in, my friend? Ah, maybe they have the protection spell. That's probably true. That's why they do it. But they also could wait until I had the path, right? I mean, sure, you attack me. 5 damage. You have a protection spell, yeah, protection spell. They don't. So they just wasted a gross mutagenic. They cannot play Skyclave Apparition, which is the beauty of. And that's gonna. I think that's probably what they were gonna. Okay, the Loud Army. Oh, they have. Oh, they allowed that themselves. Sure. So here we can Celestial Sanctuary, bounce Flagstones, play Flagstone Skyclave next turn. Have one card in hand. Because Helalambury Skull basically would be two cards in hand. We could play this dude, but it just seems this is only turn 2, guys. So much has happened already. So it just seems that we will not. We play a Reclaimer, it probably just dies, right? We take 2 damage from the Temple Garden. That's not good. And then we still don't have mana to cast the Skyclave next turn. So I think we need to play the Celestial Sanctuary. Okay, bounce Flagstones. Next turn we'll play Skyclave. Skyclave this Death Shadow away if they don't kill us right now, but with 2 cards in hand seems unlikely. Guessing they're gonna get Lurus back. Wow. That is a whole lot of shadowing. A whole lot of shadowing. That's a whole lot of shadowing. So we just need to cast this or else we find that really quickly. We're gonna kill this shadow, I guess. One, 2, 3 mana. Yeah, we can Reclaimer plus call next turn and find a Dryad. Maybe Reclaimer. I couldn't really Reclaimer plus call this turn. Lurus of the Dream then. I guess they can bring back Mishra's Bubble, start drawing some cards. Yeah. I don't even want to block. How much damage does that save me? They could have Temorval Rage. If they have Temorval Rage, they can shock. They go on to 6, so this is 7, 7, 14. So this doesn't kill me. I don't know. Do I want to block? Doesn't seem like the best play ever. I guess it keeps my life total high now that they will not cast anything, right? So it keeps my life total. So it saves me 4 points of damage, and if they had something. The end of the day, Skyclave Apparition is exile. Basically, it wrote in for life, exile Death Shadow, give opponent kids a 1/1 illusion. It ain't bad. But it's probably a very good draw. We can really not. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Okay. Oh, this is also decent draw. We can actually cast everything there. Gain some life. But the thing is, they have 2 removals. I can get another removal back next turn. Another Mish is also. Will this survive? Sounds unlikely. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. 5 mana. We could play Reclaimer. Call for another Skyclaves. Eat this. I mean, this can block the Death Shadow at least. Okay, I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna play the Knight of Autumn. And chomp the Death Shadow, I guess. And we gain 4 life. So actually, they cannot cast Skyclave Operation next turn until they attack. All good stuff. And We just game for life. Yeah. So we will fetch. Oh, they can actually cast the Skyclave. And then next turn we have we have access to 5 mana. So we can call. We can even stone. We could call for another Skyclaves. Especially with raw purge for the Lurus. We could purge the Lurus. Maybe just have a removal spell for the Elvis Reclaimer. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, Castle Garenbrick would be such a draw. They fetch in, shocking, and passing. They have 4 block crypts right now. I think they fetch for each one of them. If they have a Tomorrow Rage, we're dead almost regardless, right? So I'm just gonna throw the Knight of Autumn under the. So let's see what we're drawing. Drawing Dryad. That will be a draw. Scourge of the Skyclavino. I think they can only really attack with a shadow, right? Oh, this member. This member. So yeah, 0 card in hand. Lava Dart. Ooh, that's brutal. So yeah, that's bad. I think we kind of lost this game now. I actually had to run about the Lava Dart. Titan? No. I mean Titan. 1, 2. We can play Skyclave Apparition. Wow, this is an 11-11. We can get Skyclave Apparition. I mean, we need to do something, right? So let's figure it out. Can get Dryad, but we just need to chump next turn anyway, so. This is just not looking. Skyclave needs to style this because it's an 11-11, I think. And pass it on. Then we're gonna block here, take 4, hopefully. And do they have a removal? We are dead. Second Mishra's Bubble. That's kind of the thing with Mishra's Bubble. They're kind of a bad top deck. I mean, eventually, right? We're just gonna block the shadow is the only one, right? Because the other one, if we block this, they actually the shadow will become quite small. For this, I think the shadow will die if the Lurus connects. It's just kind of funny. We are 2. Did we stabilize or they have a bolt? Another shadow. I mean, we are dead to bolt. We're dead to great many things. So we go up and Titan. This kind of feels like. So, alright, so what do we find? I think Radiant Fountain and Field of the Dead is the cards we want. That's it. The rest is kind of. I mean, of course, yeah, we just need those 2 cards and then we will figure the rest. Game for life. I mean, we have a call for Dryad next turn. They can bring back a shadow. But we have a call for Dryad, so. They cast Mishra's Vow from the graveyard. That's good. That means that they don't draw a card now. They check our top deck. Okay. Do they concede? Is this how it works? Another Scourge of the Skyclave, Bino. Can't really gain any more life. Or else this dies also. Ooh, alright. So we just a Ladrambri's Call. And yeah. Do they concede? Anyhow, there's not a better draw than Dryad, right? So we just this is not good. Tapping. We just Dryad. We go to combat. I guess we could have an answer for Dryad, right? So we can look for. So let's see. If we put two Valakuts, and then we Ghost Quarter the Flagstones, there will be two triggers, right? So I think we get two Valakuts. We can kill them through the. So put this here. Put this here. Just can see. So my idea was that we could actually, if they have this member, let's say for the Dryad, then we could Ghost Quarter the Flagstones, and there will be 4 more triggers of Valakut, and then we win. We beat them, boys. So we lost to we played 3 Shadows and 1 Spirits. I also played around quite a lot of Spirits recently. So against quite a lot of Spirits recently. This deck is feeling really nice. I mean, 3-1 already. Very tough, of course, being able to cast this Titan, gaining life with the Radiant Fountain, and still having another call for Dryad. I mean, we find double Valakut there, and then even if they have this member, we Ghost Quarter the Flagstones, double trigger on the Valakut again, and we win the game. And we make a billion zombies, so. Man, I just didn't want to attack with the zombies because in case they had 2 removal spells for the Dryad, then we actually need to kind of like, you know, get back we need to block. What the right roll? Interestingly. Oh, this hand is absolutely the closest, but no green swords means we ship it. I guess we can keep this hand and we can put a Titan back. I'm guessing I could start with Valakut tap, Celestial Sanctuary, bring it Valakut back. Or let's see what we're playing against. I could also start with Forest, pass, Celestial Sanctuary. I guess I just start with the Valakuts. If we draw like a Sakura Tribe Elder, maybe we want to cast it next turn. We can with this start, but we can't with any other. So that's basically it. Okay, we're playing against Control. It's not play against Control in this deck. Also, I mean, actually we gotta be slightly punished there, I guess. So we just Celestial Sanctuary. Okay, we back them back. Protect the Valakut. We could totally LRM this call for an Abyssal Corner. So we're playing against Control. Some Uruk nonsense. We could also just ramp like Slime Dryad, play 2 lands, and pass. Seems their opponent has some kind of counter magic going. It could be Growth Spiral, but I'm pretty sure they have some kind of counter magic going. So I will play the Valakut and pass the turn. And then I'll please call for probably Tireless Tracker. Yeah, the Growth Spiral. Okay, that's a bit sad that they have that. But that's kind of the... I mean, that's one of the problems, let's say, with Growth Spiral is that do you want to jam versus a Mana Leak? Another Triumph. I think I was just gonna call for... I'm thinking Tracker. Yeah, I think Tracker is just the best card to just jam here. So, we could Pattern on Tracker. But then it means we need to play the line before, so yeah, we just play the Tracker. If he gets Mana Leaked, 1, 2, 3, it doesn't. See, this can actually exile the Tracker if they're gonna. If Fala push it, I think I'm gonna exile my own Tracker. Then we get one more land, and then actually next turn we could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, yeah, it's fine. We're not really down a card by doing this. And then we actually can Titan next turn. So if they jam a Planeswalker, like they're actually thinking of countering this Path to Exile. Think about it, guys. Too bad we have Ramuna, but we don't have any fetch lands or anything we could get some value from. But it's a kind of a safe against. Yes, I like to find myself additional for. And yeah, also next turn we can draw a card from this. So maybe have another Ghost Pile. No, they were really thinking about countering there. So if they Teferi, which they want apparently. So, I mean, jamming here, they have mana for Cryptic, so jamming is just not an option, I think. I think we could Besuva copy Valakut, or we could actually Besuva copy Valakut next turn. Could start by drawing a card, see what happens. Call. Okay, call is a good one. I don't know what I would be calling for, but can we call and Dryad? 1, 2, 3. No, we can't call on Dryad. We can double Dryad next turn. Right? So I'm just gonna pass here. I don't want to run into their Cryptic Command like this. They didn't have a land. They could may not have Cryptic Command, but I mean they have 4 blues. So do they shock? They do. Very interesting that they shock here. Maybe they just play Slamma. The Fairy Raveler of Time. Elanamri's Call. I think I'm looking for a Dryad here. Can't really play 2 Dryads, right? No, we have one. Yeah, we have 6 mana. We can play 2 Dryads. And then they need to deal with the Dryad, and then we play the Perennial Titan. Yeah. If they plus, we can double. Should it with the Suvan and Balakut? Okay. So we can actually play around Mana Leak here. Ooh, that's a good draw. So we can do this and we can still play. No, that's just a bad. We can still play. We can play around Mana Leak. Malakut, so should you? Always yes. Always you. The path. Expected. Should you? And then we have Ramunam next turn on Primeval Titan. That's sweet. 3 cards in hand for opponent. Oh, Archon of Emiria is actually decent. I'm gonna attack, I think. Maybe they have a shark. Okay, so I will pay 1 life. Fine. Skyler Grove is good. So maybe just play a 1, 2. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We actually need to find an untapped source. Maybe I'm just gonna find. I'm gonna find a Sacred Foundry. Say yes. So we put it here. Here. We could have a Cryptic now. We could not play around Cryptic. We could play Ramunap and Archon. Play Ramunap, see what they do. Maybe Cryptic. We can get back the Wooded Foothills. They definitely are. Yeah. So I'm just gonna play this and pass the turn. I like to pay that, please. Second Mana Leak. That's all you. Okay, so opponent maybe doesn't have Cryptic. Crown of Souls would also be a great draw, of course. 2 cards in hand by opponent. Green, red, and 6. They can get a land back, and do they have? Ah, yeah, they do have a fetch. I was like, okay. They can, of course, Mystic Sanctuary. Ooh. I think being patient with this Titan is the key. Uro, I guess, sure. So they have Uro, and what did they put? They will like, I guess they will tap the Misty Rain for it, right? Get a path? Oh, a long line. Okay, that's a mistake, man. You made a mistake. You made a mistake. But we're gonna save the fetch land and replay it, right? So So Selesnya, this, green. We find Titan. Yes, they can Bojuka Walk. I mean, they can Misty Sanctuary in response, but we will balk and do that. Sounds like the best, right? Yeah, we don't want them to play Uro. So balk, Field of the Dead, balk you. Balk you sounds kind of like. So they fetch. I mean, of course, they will put Misty Sanctuary, put Path on top. But still, you see, right? Just fetch, refetch. Cool. They can do it again with the Misty Sanctuary. But the fact that they don't play Uro, it's kind of nice. We got Path on top, right? Yep. So then we go to combat. Tagaran. We crack a fetch. I don't know how many more fetchables we have. The Scatter Gloves is a good one, so I'm just gonna play this top. And replay the fetch land, make another zombie. Turn. It was a pretty good turn, guys. And this is gonna see. They have a path, but we have a lot of zombies. We just keep recasting. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, I'm very happy that we beat them. Dallas Tracker seems good. Aim Incense seems good. They have a bolt. Maybe it's bear. Galactic seems good. And Boil, my friends. Sounds amazing. And even the gifts looks good. So Path. Only playing Uro, right? So I think Path is kind of mediocre. Boreal Grazer, it's pretty bad. Kura. Iron Bottom. And I guess we could take out the Radiant Fountain. Peaks. What about this? Apparition is so good. Like eating like a noodle or a. Is it even censored like worth it? They play a lot of fetches, I guess. Maybe we can get them with it. And Boil, of course, fantastic in the match. Alright. I'm really happy how I played that. I think I played that pretty well. Like, it's not easy to play this matchup, I think. But they also have Ether Gas on the sideboard now. Wow, what about this hand? Holy sh... Okay, this is Mulligan, right? I mean, what is our plan? Just turn 4 boiling them? I mean, maybe it's not a bad plan, but... this just loses too fast. Okay, well, I guess we just mulligan into 5. So I guess we still have the plan. So I'm gonna put the Skyclave back and either the Sacred Foundry. I want to keep these, I guess. I don't need both fetch lands. So I could just start Sacred Foundry tapped. Look for the forest next turn. Start Balakut tap. No, I need to start with Sacred Foundry. Okay. Right down to 5, no ideal, but Boil can kind of, you know, can get him. Ooh, this is not a bad draw for turn 2. But I will not play turn 2 because this, of course, doesn't make any sense. So I will play a Sacred Foundry tapped. Turn 2, unless they ramp. If they do ramp next turn, then I will. Then I don't know. If they ramp, then I guess I cast it. Yeah. So we have a Growth Spiral. I guess I cast it, but I will not do it now. I want to draw another land. That's for sure. Yeah, maybe they have a Growth Spiral. Triumph, sure. Probably just gonna even look for like call for a reclaimer, man, just like that, or just play the Gadoptic. Huh. Drawing a land would be rather important next. Of course, they can path the Gadoptic or whatever, but. Weird a Venom. We have the Fairy Time Raveler, in which case we will fall. Uro. Cool. Man, if that had a Ram spell of any kind, and we could totally get them with a Boil right now. They shock the Temple Garden in. Okay. Very interesting. So I'm gonna Windswept Heath, look for Temple Garden. Yes. Green, white, play an Alarm Call. It's resolved immediately. And what do I want to get? Dude, I honestly think Elvis Reclaimer may be one of the better draws. Rare cards, because they have a path, right? They're gonna path whatever we play. Then we still have another element. So also we get Springbloom Druid. Seems kind of bad. We cannot really cast it. So I'm just gonna have Reclaimer. So I will play the Reclaimer. We are not drawing a lot of lands, it's kind of bad. Play Valakut. Pass the turn. If they path us, then we can get them with Boil. No path. Why would they shock? Drawing our Flagstones here would be amazing. Because then we play the Flagstones, we pretend we want to tap the... What? Why? I don't think they keep Force of Negation up in their deck. Very interesting. I mean, they have one Forest Plains. The other things will be... Get boiled. When every reef is bird and every wave is dust. Wave is dust? What the hell? Ooh. Okay, so that's a play. We go like this. We can actually use Reclaimer, and we can use we can call for the Dryad or whatever, right? So pretty good. Let's see what they draw. Nothing. Probably just gonna boil them end of turn, you know, especially if they tap out. So if they play a Teferi or, you know, can't really get back Uro. It's another land. Good. Blue and white. And red. And Omnas. Locus of the Royal. So they played the land beforehand. So that means they have a counter. Right? That means they obviously have a counter, because if not, they would not have played the land beforehand. I didn't know it would be like Omnat also. What's the play here? We can, if we boil, then they're forced to crack the land beforehand. They get no value out of this, but we lose the boil. But we get no value out of the Reclaimer either. So what is going to happen now is that they will game for life. So that's a good decision to make here. If we get them with a boil, then we're happy. But actually we can just call, get Dryad maybe. But I guess they can still counter the Dryad, right? So maybe just better to boil now. I know what I'm gonna do, in fact. I'm gonna wait until they fetch. I think they will fetch. So they draw. They will fetch right now. Or not. But they would fetch for life. Okay, then I'm just going to boil and fuck it. And if they just drew it with this card they drew of Omnath, the mana leak, then we're fucked. But we could draw Castle Guardian Brick and Slam a Titan. That would be awesome. Yeah, that was a so they game for life, and they have mana leak. Or Rayman. They play mana leak. Yeah. Okay. No. But who knows? Maybe we draw it now. Maybe I for Atlas Tracker. Ugh, this card is not. Yeah, maybe that was bad. We can't really call for anything relevant. I guess we can play Gadoptic and use this to get a. We'll just play Gadoptic and sack the forest to look for flagstones, I guess. And yeah, kind of try to slowly whittle him away. But I mean, with Omnath on the battlefield, this sounds kind of ordered, honestly. They can also Uro next turn if they have a fetch land, which will be wow. They can add a lot of mana. So if they fetch, I guess I could Reclaimer for Bojukavok. That just sounds so bad. Maybe I should just ramp with the Reclaimer. Maybe I should just ramp with the Reclaimer instead of going for the boil. I may just boil right away when I have in my turn, just boil. But I had 4 mana open there, right? Yeah, that's kind of yeah, that's an interesting choice. So they cannot cast any 4 mana non-creature spells, so no Cryptic, no nothing. So Mystic Sanctuary, get back mana leak. Sure. Then game for life. Cool. Very strong. They cast another Uro, I guess. And actually, the fact that we can get 2 of them out of problem is that they just they cannot attend a ton of mana right now. 29. I mean, this is. They also have feel that oof. I think we're a bit too behind this game, guys. I think I'm just gonna pack it in very soon. Yeah. I'm gonna pack it in extremely soon. 3 cards, so we cannot cast like Jace or the Fairy. And we can try to get ourselves the Flagstones, play Tracker, but they have mana leak, right? Yeah, they have mana leak. Path to exile. I mean, not the end of the world. I want more green sources. I'm just gonna get a Snowcard Forest. 2 cards in hand, so I guess now they can slam at the Fairy or whatever. They can actually slam an Uro. Yep. Actually should have maybe Reclaimed for a Vajukavok. And they actually do have mana leak. No land was played. Or we did. Yeah, too passive maybe this game. I mean, May should have been reacting a bit better. So I will pay 2 mana and sack the forest, I guess. Get myself. So I can actually pay for tracker, right? So I can tracker. No, I cannot let the RAM is called and so I need to play this. Play tracker. Maybe I'll mana leak it. No. Cool. So this actually can block now. I mean, of course, they can get a ridiculous turn this turn, but I can. The field of field of ruin, bro. In 3 life, 39. I mean, it's just insane. This is just insane. They have a bolt with that, but right. I mean, now they pass the tracker. Yes. So we look for. We have Temple Garden. We're gonna go Scattercross. 1, 2, 3, rest. I actually could have done that before combat and get myself a zombie. Cool. I mean, they can actually play do that, right? Yeah, I was a bit too passive this game. So the Field of Ruin now, we get to fetch. Okay, so we fetch. And we find the flames. I mean, you get Dryad, maybe. Okay. Uh, that's a lot of clues. Oh, they also get I don't know if it does that. Does it do damage? I don't know. I kind of lost count. No, they just add a bunch of mana. So they have one more line with that. Okay, 4 clues, boys. So they have one more land with that. Omnath, Locus of the Royal. Of creation, apparently. So maybe we need some paths? I think this is actually good. Incenser, Eidolon, it's good. Skyclave. Yeah, maybe this is just really like. And I think people are cutting Castle Cannon Break in this matchup. Maybe we could bring in a path. Alright. For the 4-on-1. Yeah, I mean, maybe just should play the ball on my turn. Yeah. If you don't have an answer, but they probably did have an answer, right? They played pretty well, I guess. And I think then when I saw that they were like they didn't play Omnath first and then the Lion, then it makes sense to just start ramping with Flagstones and Reclaimer. Because then they cannot really kill the Reclaimer, because if they do, looking for something nice while looking for cards. One is really big. Oh, okay, opponent still not defined in the decision. Alright, let's play some Magic. We might have to 5 that game. This hand is just seems too slow. Nothing to do first 2 turns. I mean, May's okay. We have a lot of bombs. Just seems that the opponent will kind of get ahead of us. Oh lord. Okay, so now it's the second time we mulligan to 5 in a row. Probably like the first mulligans we took the whole league. We cannot cast the spells, let's say, but I think we're gonna keep this hand. I mean, we could hope for a green source turn too, I guess, so I'm gonna keep the Reclaimer. Ujuka could be this. I could also put back the Titan. Blazo. I'm just gonna hold on the Bujuka because. Um, 1 second. Alright, okay, well, we found a green source at least. So we get to play a Reclaimer boy. Now we just need to find a red source, right? I mean, we could find. Maybe they path it. Then a mountain or there. Probably play the plains. Pass. Oh, Ethergust. This one. This one. Ethergust strong card. Aerocells. Blackstones are put on top, I think. course they can mana leak our dude. But then we can bazooka away some of the cards, right? So not the end of the world. Yeah, a Titan here, and maybe one day we can cast. We need 2 more lands. Red, blue, blue, red, blue. May have a, oh yeah. So they shuffle away the dude. Play first. Yeah, I'm just gonna balk them. I'll even put a counter here in of turn. Yeah, of course drawing this force was pretty bad. This is just such a mistake to bring cards. So looks like opponent missed a land drop. Put a counter. Another boil. I guess we can put 2 counters so we can prepare ourselves for Omnas. Yeah, we had a red source here. We could start threatening the boil. Rose Spiral. The fan land? No. I think they should play right. I think the most scary is Omnath, right? Of all the cards. So I'm just gonna put the Blazon at 4. Well, that's a reclaimer. I mean, we might as well jam. If we untap with it, then it's good. If they path it, we have mana for Titan next turn. So it's good as well. Snowcore. I mean, but for sure they have a counter spell, right? So there's no. That's a Dryad. Do you want to just jam the Dryad? We have one more land. We could jam the Dryad, but what does that actually accomplish? We could also jump the Titan. Okay, I mean, we're running out of time, so I will just play Dryad. I mean, maybe eventually they run out of. Okay, they actually resolve, which is kind of funny. So, of course, we're not gonna boil with the Dryad on board. Gonna boil right now, but I guess it's just pathetic. Funny. Don't they have anything? What the fuck? Hour of Promise. Okay, I'm just gonna jam a Titan, I guess. Okay, no. So I think I maybe should do. So if they path it, I add red mana, let it resolve, and then I boil. I boil them. I actually will not boil these. So that's maybe an Omnat. Oh no. Or this could be cryptic mana. Plus quarter. Very interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. So I need to attack. Be shocked. So I'm gonna play the Ghost Quarter. We can actually Ghost Quarter the Fluxions, get a Sacred Foundry. But I don't really want to boil, right? So yeah, if they pass the Dryad, or they kill the Dryad, or they try to bounce the Dryad, we can add... I mean, only the Fairy Time Raveler, actually. The Fairy Time Raveler will be kind of annoying. Random $6 billion. Sure. That taps them kind of low. Sure. I have a counter spell, right? So effect on it edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is gonna jam now, mates. We came here to jam, jamming. Seems that they got it. Alex, I should have played around it, but they can cast. No, they can't really cast Omnas, I guess. Actually, I could Ghost Quarter. Could have maybe, if I was smart, I could have Ghost Quarter the Triumphs. Then they don't have double blue. I did probably just find them out. Valakut would be an amazing draw because it will be like a trigger for the Valakut, a trigger for the Ghost Quarter, then a trigger. Yeah, be a lot of triggering. Oh yeah, they're actually playing around Boil by fetching what they're fetching. These balls have felt very, very bad this game. This is tough. I jammed a bit too stupidly the Primeval Titans. Kind of miss Cavern of Souls in the deck a bit more, like drawing it, I guess. I have it, but maybe when we look for Flaxlands with Reclaimer, we should just look for a Cavern of Souls. I'm really tanking this one. And this Rand 6 completely saved them this game. They could maybe play an Hour of Promise. Fine Field. We just drew too bad, I think, and I don't know, 2 mulligans to 5. I think that was skilled exactly. We had too few resources. Maybe I should just get my initial hand. That's a no-do. Valakut would be such a good. We can Besuva copy Vajuka Bok. Okay, I'm gonna attack first. Attack round 6. Yeah, they can Mystic Sanctuary something on top. Well, they don't actually, they need to fetch both times. Okay. So fine, we pass a turn. So next turn ran. I think their goal is to just beat us by the time. So many cards in it. They basically have not done anything this whole game, but I just wasn't, except counter a few things. That's an Omnas. The Supreme Verdict. Blazon it now. You can Blazon again, but they only gain for life. Man, a Bala could just even a Bala could with Blazon again. So they will gain 4 life, which is good, but they will not get much. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we could kill this. We can kill around 6 now. Oh, we have another Lions. Jesus. How many Lions? I'm back. Should we draw? I should play this. Random stacks you. Always, yes. Field. Stu has been feeling pretty bad. Okay, I mean, if they path the Dryad here, I have a plan, boys. Okay. No pathing the Dryad. Maybe they know we have Boil. So opponent have some lands. We have a Ghost Quarter still that can Ghost Quarter like a... We're just jamming. The Fairy Hero of Dominaria. always you can also run. So Malik, look from an island. Come on, baby. No. Is that? Ooh. Okay. Oh, Udo. Wow. Cool. Begin live. So the whole point is to stay alive here, clearly. And pass the turn. I've dried in 2 draws actually. I'll do it on their turn. Play another land or something. I don't have. So I'm gonna play the boil. Draw. So we need to, if they bounce it, we need to recast this very quickly and cast this, and I should put the Valakut back actually to protect it versus Philibrin. Is there a way to start save targets now? Anyway, we'll do it fast. We'll use this as StarCraft skills. So we just play the Celestial Sanctuary and hit them. I'm completely... I have 2. So they don't have any blue spells. They could bounce this, but then we just recast it and play Celestial Sanctuary. I think we have enough time. So I'll just play like, do like t-t-t. Wow, I got lag just before I did this. Fucker, I beat you! Haha, motherfucker, beating me with the time. Fuck you, not you, viewer, but opponent. Haha. 2 seconds left on the clock. Shut down. Shut down. Hell yeah. Get wrecked with 2 lands. They could actually try to... They could have tried to brainstorm for a path, but instead they bounced to try to just win by time. Alright, we only lost a Shadow. That was pretty good. Another 4-1 in the books. I mean, 4-1ing a lot in my life. So, 32 chests again, 9 qualifier points. It was super nice. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. This deck felt kind of good. I think in the meta game right now, actually, what I would be doing if I had to play a... Like a... What is my deck? I would play these, mates. This is just so strong. I've been thinking about it a bit. I don't know how I feel about the 3rd Nykthos actually. I think I would rather like have these like this. I think this sounds better. Maybe lose something like this, in fact. And yeah, I got the 3 Ballista seems fine. The rest seems really good. Sideboard, I don't know if I have a, I think a Forge Stander. I would play one of these, I think, and probably sell the Celestial Porch, play a Vermintide Forge Stander. Just a really good one play that doesn't die to bolts and yeah, in general. But yeah, I would play this deck right now if I wanted to grind. But well, it was awesome to beat this control deck. Especially since I kind of course, timed out myself a bit. But yeah, this, oh man, this ending was just brutal. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Sorry that I was a bit inside my phone, but anyway, it happens, and I'll see you next time.